So, with the January transfer window being wrapped up last night at 11 o'clock, I thought I'd rate our January transfer window. Obviously, we had 3 incomings. I'm not too sure how many outgoings, but I'll try and remember as many as I can throughout this video. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Remember to like and subscribe, and yeah. So first of all, our first signing was Leandro Trossard from Brighton for £23 million. Out of 10, I'd say that signing was an 8. Good backup for Martinelli. He can play both sides, so honestly anywhere across the front three, but mainly backup for Martinelli because we didn't really have a backup for Martinelli because obviously Reece James is injured. Reece Nelson's injured. My apologies. Yeah, we didn't really have a backup, so I feel like he's already proven, had fallen out with De Zerbi, quite a cheap price, coming up to the end of his contract. Win-win for both clubs, really. So yeah, out of 10, that Trossard signing, in my opinion, was a 8. So yeah, then I believe after that we signed Jakub Kiwior. I think his name's Jakub. Might be wrong. Forgive me. Obviously, he's a left-footed centre-back, strong, fast, tall, young. Basically Gabriel, but fast and young. So obviously that's great backup for Gabriel. On the left side of the fence, we've obviously got Rob Holding for Saliba. But, I mean, now we have a decent centre-back as backup for Gabriel, in case he does just turn into Gabriel for a second and kill someone. But, I mean, I'm going to say that signing was a 7.5, because, yes, it was important because we needed backup for him, but there could have been a couple better ones on the market that we could have got for the similar price tag. And then final incoming was obviously Jorginho. I'm going to rate this an 8 as well. I'm going to rate this transfer an 8 because we didn't really have backup for Partey. Now that obviously Arsenal confirmed yesterday that Mohamed Elneny is going to be out for an extended period of time, so hopefully that's a speedy recovery and everything. We needed a backup in that midfield. We needed someone in midfield who's proven, and I would say young, but obviously Jorginho ain't young, but realistically needed someone young. That's why we were going for Caicedo, because he is young. But I mean, Jorginho will more than do, because he's obviously a serial winner, help us get us over the edge like Zinchenko. So yeah, I'm gonna give that an 8 because it's important in my opinion. Other Arsenal fans might not think so, but personally, I think that was an important signing. So now for the outgoings, for the ones I can remember, well, I'm not going to do academy players or like under 21s or anything. I'm just going to do solely team. Cedric going out on loan for 6 months to Fulham. I mean, I'm just going to give it a 6 because he was back up for Ben White and Tomiyasu, but I mean, wasn't ever going to really get played unless in a cup game, which is where Tomiyasu's fitness could come into play. Because if he, not cup games, Europa League games. So if Tomiyasu gets injured in Europa League games, then we have Ben White to play all 2 competitions. So I mean, it could prove to be decisive, but let's just hope that Tomiyasu can stay fit. But yeah, it didn't really bother me. I was kind of happy that he's gone. He's more like Deadwood in the club. Obviously, I still like him. He just isn't the right fit for Arsenal, in my opinion. So yeah, that would be a 6. And then for Sambi Lokonga, I'm going to give that an 8. That outgoing was an 8 because obviously everyone was screaming that he needed a loan. I even said in my video yesterday, there's not going to be enough time for a loan. And then as soon as I posted that, Fabrizio Romano said that Crystal Palace were moving to get a loan for him. So I was like, oh, result, brilliant, do it. As long as there's no option to buy and it's just a straight loan. And that's what it is. We couldn't have got a better deal, to be honest with you. No option to buy, straight loan. He can come back after having experience with Patrick Vieira in the Premier League as well. Hopefully he can come back and be solid backup in that midfield. So I'm going to give that an 8, that outgoing. Marquinhos to Norwich. I want to give it an 8, but I've given too many 8s. So I'm going to give it a 7.2. I don't know why it's so specific. But it's good. It's a good experience. Like I said in my video yesterday, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's done relatively well, actually. I didn't expect it to do well because I just mashed it together quickly after I heard the news that we were getting Jorginho and that he's pretty much signed for us, and got it out as quickly as possible so I could update you all. But yeah, it's good it's good that he's gonna go to a decent league, the Championship, to get experience under an English club, so then he can come back, be good backup for Saka, like I said yesterday, and then hopefully, yeah, you can play if we get Champions League football, Champions League games, some even league games to rest Saka, bring him on. But yeah, I mean, I give it a 7.2 because it's not one where we're like, oh my god, we needed to loan. No, we did need to loan him out. Actually, same as Sambi, but it's not one where if he didn't get loaned out, it would be the end of the world because he was still decent. But obviously, the loan is going to help him adapt and like fit into English football, which I think will do him a world of good. So that will be the end of this video. But we just had news earlier on today that Gabriel Jesus is back on the pitch. He is back doing light training, so we hopefully can expect him back sometime this month. Hopefully it's by the middle, so we can have him back for the City game before the 15th. But yeah, I mean, let's just hope. That is the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's only a short one just to rate the transfer window that Arsenal had, incomings and outgoings, out of 10. Overall, I'm going to give it an 8 transfer window, because obviously we brought in some important players. We said at the start we needed a defender, a midfielder, and an attacker. We've got that. We've got Trossard, we've got Jorginho, we've got Jakub Kiwior. So Mikel Arteta has ticked all the boxes. Shame we didn't get Caicedo. Shame we didn't get Modric, but I'm more than happy with this, and I believe that we can go and win the league with these signings. So that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.